Hello and welcome to part 3 of my May 2014 updates. Doing quite well with these videos now, so that was my third one of just shooting and trying to get a few more done tonight so I can clear some of the backlog. This video is again will be DVDs. They aren't all the British film release ones. There are a couple in this video. The last few I've got in a sale which I haven't shown yet, but some other ones in here as well. Start with the first one here, which is the 14. Starring Jack Wilde, who was in Oliver. I believe, I'm trying to remember now, I think he actually played Oliver. He's not done a lot, and this probably wasn't made too much after Oliver. It's also known as The Wild Little Bunch, aka Existence. Don't know why it's got 3 different titles. I mean, the 14 doesn't tell much, and Existence doesn't really say much, but usually films will get released in America with slightly different titles, or overseas. And this one, according to here, has never been released on DVD at all. I'm sure most of the other ones in this series haven't been released on DVD. Or they have been released in other countries. But, got the full frame version, so it's 1.33 to 1. I believe that's what that's referring to. It's got 1.75 to 1 listed on the back, so that might just be a different ratio film as an extra feature. We have the inside here, and this one does have some inside artwork, which is nice. Again, these discs don't want to come out. When I have one of these videos where I'm going to pull these discs out and it's going to snap on camera, which I don't want, but got that one out this time. There's the inside artwork, which I'll try not to compare to the front. It's basically the artwork on the front, like the poster. Ooh, everything's falling everywhere. Basically, yeah, same as the front really. But it's nice. Although you only tend to look at the inside when you get the disc out, so 99.9% of the time it's closed and all you probably see on your shelf is that, but it's a nice little touch. Next up we have Girls at Sea, and again probably people that you haven't heard of in there. Michael Hordern plays more well known of the lot. So, we've got the back here. No, we have got special features, didn't see that bit, but not a lot really. I'll probably put one of these discs on my computer and check what the PDF's like. Nothing I'll probably print out. I might save them on my computer. But got so many of these, it'll take me a while to get them all off. Do have inside artwork in this one as well, and an awkward disc to get out. There we go. And is that the same as the front? I'll try to have a look. I'll check that in a moment. But yeah, that's the inside. Ooh, things falling everywhere. Yeah, same as the front, that bit. These are all sort of PG or U-rated films. There's no sort of 18s in this. I think the highest is 12. But Girls at Sea. Yeah, they're all, although Handgun's an 18 actually. But yeah, they're all sort of suitable for most people. This looks like the last one of the Network British Film Series titles, unless I've got one floating around in another pile, but at the moment this is the last one I'm aware of, for May anyway, and this is The Courtneys of Curzon Street, Anna Neagle and Michael Wilding. And then we have the back, and then we'll show you the inside. And what's inside? Just the standard promotional stuff. And there's the disc. So that's the side of that one. It's the last one. So what I've shown you in the last 2.5, or just under a half anyway, videos. I'm going to try and pile them up so I can put them in together. It's falling off. Trying to hold the camera with one hand and trying to arrange the disc with the hand is not easy. And I've dropped some on the floor. If I can show you. So that's how they look. I have got some more in another pile, which of June ones, and I've got obviously the ones downstairs on my shelf. I'll probably do I've got an update video to do on my collection, so I'll show you that when I do that. And there's another one going. Oh, all right. So I've shown you 3 of those. That means 5 titles. So I've got one there. Pick the other ones up. There we are. Just in the order now they're in. I can just. So next one is a release from Mr. Bongo. They don't actually put a lot of stuff out now, unfortunately. Not saying all the quality of the ones they put out have been brilliant, but it's nice to have them anyway. And they've only released a couple of Blu-rays. This is Ginger. This is released to coincide with the World Cup, although it's made previously. I'll see if I can find out when. It's about Brazilian football. They do have this sort of footprinting on all the front of the covers, which goes onto the side. I mean, I don't mind it, but it kind of distracts from the artwork. All the backs of these are very, very similar to Mr. Bongo ones. Don't think I've shown you too many of these because I've only been doing these videos since January 2013, and I think I got all of these beforehand, so you may not have seen many of these ones because I said they haven't released much recently. And then we have some extra features. I'm trying to show you this, and it's got the glare of the lights on the back of this. Don't know why this one's more glary than the other ones, but if I can try and, if you can see that. It doesn't matter probably because the back cover's all black. But yeah, if you can sort of see the extra features there. I think that's the best I can do with that. Inside, basically plain. There's nothing. Most DVD cases aren't see-through anyway, so don't know artwork. I mean, I have seen some black DVD cases and there's been artwork on there. Sometimes I think it's because they've been resealed and someone's put them in a different case. Because really, why would anyone bother putting artwork on the back of a sleeve if you're not going to be able to see it? So that's Ginger, or Ginga, I think it's pronounced Ginger. Next up we have Lurking Fear, and to notice the back of it's got a hole in it. Unfortunately, I don't know what's happened, so I'll have to see if I can get that replaced. Don't think it happened when they fell on the floor. Don't think the cat's done it either, I think it was the packaging. But there's the back of that one. There's the front. This is an 88 Films release. I do pick up all their titles, DVDs and Blu-rays. Don't do that on most labels. 101 Films, one I don't. I just get the Blu-rays, and don't get all the Blu-rays either. I get some of them, but I do like the films that 88 Films put out. So there's the front, and then I'll show you inside. Just a plain case with a disc there. A bit annoying, just noticed that. Hopefully the returns is still available from Amazon, because you get 30 days, and can't actually remember when I got this in May, so I'm hoping I can still get it replaced or find some way around it anyway. And if I'd done this video sooner, I would have picked it up soon as well, wouldn't I? Yeah, well, that's what I can do. Next up we have a Third Window release. They do one title a month. Usually DVDs, although they do Blu-rays as well, which also get DVD releases at the same time. This is Bleak Night. Do like the films they put out, so I've watched a few of their releases, so I do have a lot I haven't watched yet, unfortunately, which I'm trying to rectify. But there's the extra features. Got a short film on there, Boys, from the same director, This is 114 minutes. So they don't really start Blu-rays. They tend to release 3 or 4 a year, and they tend to do before titles that warrant being on Blu-ray, and ones they know are going to be popular and sell a lot, because the cost of manufacturing Blu-ray isn't particularly cheap. But, and then inside we do have a see-through case, but there's no artwork in there. And there's the disc for that one. Next up we have a second run release. And again, we don't seem to get too many of these at the moment, but there is another one out this week, well next week, but that'll be in June's video. This is Man of Marble. It's a 2-disc release. It's by Andrzej Wajda, who did Ashes and Diamond and Canal and I think A Generation, which is part of like a war trilogy, I believe. I have got those on DVD. Ashes and Diamond has come out on Blu-ray from Arrow Academy. But so here's the case and the side. These are all second run, are very similar style. They got the colour, different colour. Don't know what the colours relate to. They just use different colour every release, or slightly different colour. And there's the title. So it's nice they've stuck to a design, because nothing worse than you get a number of releases, and going back to the network ones where you get them in one style case or one style packaging, and they change it, and especially with the network ones having Blu-rays in the thin DVD cases, and then having DVDs in those same cases, and then having Blu-rays in the thin small Blu-ray cases. It's not easy to keep them all together. But here's the back, and every second run release does have a booklet, which I'll show you in a moment. But as I say, there's a back. Got some interviews there as well, which is nice. So we've got 2 discs. Rather than having one each side, I put them like that, which I find best. They don't get scratched like that, and you haven't got the risk of one of the discs coming loose to the side. Because when they have the clips, they used to have a better clip there, but on that side they tend to have the thinner. Let me show you. So you'd get that kind of inside, then you'd get the probably network ones. Yeah, you kind of get that on the other side, which I don't find as strong. But here's the booklet. It's a nice booklet, thicker than the usual ones. Show the inside. Got some few pictures in here, mainly text. Don't really get time to read these booklets, unfortunately. I mean, I'd like to watch the film, watch all the extra features, and then read the booklet, and probably even read up on the film. But when you've got so much you want to see, you know, you take your priorities. And I do watch extra features. You know, if a disc has got some extra features on there and really interest me, I'll watch them. And some don't really have a lot on. Some only have 20 minutes of extra features, so I'll watch those. But generally, I tend not to watch them. But there's the booklet. So keeping the red theme on this one. And then the final one in this video, and my battery's about to go, but hopefully it'll last just for me to finish this one off. Then I have to remember to change it before I do my next one. Because what happens is I'll do a video 10 minutes in, thinking I'm just about to finish, and the battery goes. And I don't know if I mentioned before, but I don't like having to faff around editing videos, you know, recording the extra bit and adding it on. I tend to redo the whole video, which does mean sometimes I'll say things in the first take which I find interesting, then I forget to say them in the second one. But it just, and I know it's not quicker to redo the whole video, but that's what I just do. I find it easier. Right, the final one is a Monster Films release, and this is Murderdrome. So again, this is a label I'll do buy everything for. Don't really put a lot of Blu-rays out, and it's not really released much recently, but it's nice. Again, I don't know when they decide when to put a Blu-ray or DVD out. I think this was part, I don't know, I keep saying this, I'm never sure, and I'll have to check, but I'm sure this was part of Eureka. It's a label that they bought out. But yeah, we've got some extra features there. So again, I mentioned this before, put and more on there. Don't know exactly how much more there is and whether it's just little bits of stuff, and that's basically the main stuff there, all the good stuff, but that's fine. I mean, it doesn't matter, it's got extra features on there. So, and this is, I'm trying to keep checking where these are from. They used to do some Korean sort of films and put out, but these tend to be mainly British or American films. And I'll say it's a British film and I'll watch it and find out it's American, so I'm not even going to hazard a guess because I haven't checked. But I'm assuming it's probably American. But it looks nice, so look forward to getting that one to watch. So yeah, that's all titles for this part. Don't think I've got any more DVDs to show. Possibly might have, but I'll probably do those if I have, I'll do them in a later video. But as far as I'm aware, I've just got Blu-rays and Steelbooks to show. So as usual, please rate, comment and subscribe. And until my next video, thanks for watching.